Graham Hancock, hero, Egyptologist, man who set his camera at an interesting angle. Graham, thank you for joining us. I'm so happy to see your face again.
Hello, Russell. Good to be with you.
It's so kind of you to come. We're going to dedicate the rest of the show to you and your ego. Firstly, congratulations on your new 8-part docuseries, Ancient Apocalypse, on Netflix. It's a fantastic success. I've not seen it yet because the Crown's on and I had to get through the Crown, had to get through the heritage porn. But the next thing is Ancient Apocalypse, because I've been a fan of yours since I was 16 years old. Are you happy with how the show is being received? And does this, to you, is this a kind of a watershed where you're entering into the mainstream, and does it seem a triumph after years of being denounced, decried and slandered?
I don't think I'm entering into the mainstream. I don't think it's a triumph. I tried to make a good show within the limitations of what's possible with television. I'm pleased that a lot of people seem to like it. And I'm unsurprised that a lot of archaeologists don't like it.
Why do you sound all jaded for? Like, why do you sound all jaded? You've had a lovely show on Netflix. It's #2 here in the UK, if you care about charts. And yeah, it's a brilliant show. I saw you, of course, on Rogan with Randall Carlson talking about it. And I love watching you debate. I really enjoy your work. I enjoy the way that you invite imagination into the room, the way that you use your spirituality, the way that you don't codify archaeology to the point where it only becomes accessible to elites. I think you do such fantastic work. But it sounds to me that you seem a little disheartened. Is it simply that you need a cuddle, or is there something more nefarious at play?
Everybody needs a cuddle. Everybody needs a cuddle. I suppose the disheartening thing is the reaction of archaeologists to this whole story. See, from my point of view, let's call it mainstream archaeology, like mainstream media. Mainstream archaeology is the story that it tells us, the narrative that it presents about the human past, is the dominant narrative in our society today. We almost take it in with our mother's milk. Everything that we're taught in school is based upon it. Everything that we're taught in university is based upon it. And all I'm trying to do really is to provide some counterbalance to that dominant narrative. And so there are a lot of complaints that I don't include a lot of archaeologists criticizing my story in the series. But I think that's unnecessary because they are the dominant narrative. And this is just a small attempt to provide an alternative narrative, to say there are some anomalies in prehistory which are not explained by the mainstream, which don't fit into the picture they paint. And to say what I think those suggest to me. I do detest being called a pseudoscientist and a pseudo-archaeologist because I'm not an archaeologist or a scientist, and I make that very clear in the series. I'm just a reporter. I'm reporting from my point of view. I'm giving my case, and I hope that will provide a bit of an antidote to the dominant case that's presented by archaeology.
I wonder, Graham, because in both of these areas that we've touched upon, archaeology and psychedelics or sort of spiritual medicines, it appears that it's in a sense an opportunity to reframe what it is to be human is being offered through our subjective experience, which can potentially be altered and is not as static as we might assume it to be. And in terms of archaeology, the sort of shared collective experience of our kind may not be what we've assumed it to be. So it seems that in both these disciplines, what we're ultimately dealing with is power and dominion and an unwillingness to alter the framing, because an adaptation of that framing may mean compromises in the realm of power and what we might consider it is to be a human being.
Power is definitely involved in this, if I may come in at that point.
Please.
Because the plain fact of the matter is that the discipline of archaeology claims total power over the human past. I can't help it. I've been looking at some of the Twitter threads about my series that archaeologists have been posting, and they're saying, don't watch this. Give it a double thumbs down. Don't allow Netflix to make another season with this guy. They appear to regard themselves as the sole arbiters of the human past. And they seem to despise the general public and don't feel that the general public can make up their mind that my views are somehow so dangerous that the general public will be polluted and might lose faith in the mainstream archaeological narrative. So it is definitely about power. Our archaeologists are those in our society who hold the keys to our past. They're the only ones we're supposed to listen to. Power, there's no doubt that power is involved. Perhaps power is involved in every aspect of human behavior. I don't know. But wherever power becomes dominant and claims monopoly and asks people not to listen and to shut up and pay no attention, I think that needs to be challenged.